She is arguably the greatest female 100-meter hurdler in Jamaican history, but we believe she does not get her props. So, is Danielle Williams underrated? And Kishane Stewart becomes the second fastest man in the 100 meters in Jamaica. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. You do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So when you're ready, yep, good to go. Well, good news, good news, good news. At the Crowfoot Corky Classic, which took place in Texas, Bovell McPherson, who reps for New Mexico and formerly of JC, ran a new personal best in the men's 400 meters of 44. That's 44.78 seconds to win the men's 400 meters. He becomes the fifth fastest Jamaican in the NJCAA's history. New Jamaican 100-meter speedster alert. Kishane Stewart, formerly of St. Jago, who now represents New Mexico Junior College, is now the second fastest Jamaican male sprinter over the 100 meters thus far for the 2025 season. At the Corky Crowfoot Shoutout, he ran a big personal best of 10.02 seconds, becoming the second fastest male over the 100 meters thus far for the 2025 season for Jamaica, not globally, for Jamaica. The fastest, of course, if you remember, and if you don't know, is Akeem Blake. Blake ran to an astounding 9.99 seconds recently, becoming the fastest man over the 100 meters thus far for Jamaica. Kishane Stewart is now the second fastest. And we just found out that the great one Glenn Mills is, well, he's training the Zimbabwe 4x400 meter relay team for the World Relays. Track Spice posted, Team Zimbabwe's 4x400 meter relay squad trains in Jamaica alongside sprint legend Usain Bolt and coach Glenn Mills ahead of the upcoming World Athletics Relays. Usain Bolt are training people? What is he training for?
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
And the man of the moment, Kishane Thompson, of course, has touched down in Shanghai, China. He will be running there in the men's 100 meters tomorrow morning. I believe it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Jamaican time tomorrow morning. That is when the races should start. So we have a clip here of him just running through the paces with Rohan Watson. And even when the man runs slow, people, the man run fast. Someone had actually said on our YouTube channel here that Kishane Thompson now gonna turn up, and I was like, what? Listen, people, I love it, but sometimes I just say some things that just bizarre. Why wouldn't Kishane Thompson turn up, Lion? In afraid? Who is in that range Kishane Thompson would afraid of? Anyways, let's share this video with you of Kishane Thompson just, going through the paces with Rohan Watson over there in Shanghai, China. Jamaica's Kishane Thompson and Jamaica's Rohan Watson will take on the likes of Akani Simbini, who is on fire right now, and I think currently the fastest man in the world of the 100 meters, if not certainly one of them. Ferdinand Ominyala of Kenya, as well as Christian Coleman and Lestil Tebogo of Botswana. So people, this is not going to be a jog in the park. This is going to be a serious race. Here he is going through the paces with Rohan Watson. Tell me, people, predict. How fast do you think Kishane Thompson is going to run tomorrow morning? What Do you think he's going to run a sub 10? And if he's going to run a sub 10, is he going to run a sub? Is he going to run a world lead? Let me know your thoughts. Is he going to even win? Your thoughts, please. As we're editing this video, Grand Slam Track Miami is ongoing. Of course, you know we'll be reporting on it a little later. And do you remember when Tia Jones at the inaugural Grand Slam track at the remarkable National Stadium in the world's greatest country, Jamaica, 3 weeks ago, she won the women's 100 meters hurdles. And, you know, everybody thought she would have done very, very well in the flat 100 meters. And she didn't. And she finally explained, and I found this explanation very funny. Grand Slam Track shared it, and I just had to share this with you. This is Tia Jones explaining why she didn't do that well in the flat 100 meters at the inaugural Grand Slam Track.
You were so close to the 100K last time. What happened in the 100? What we gonna do better this time?
Girl, so because I tore my ACL last year, this Kingston was my first race going back-to-back racing. So the knee was just sore. You know, we dialed it back, had a conversation with coach, and she was like, just be cautious, go out there. It wasn't sore to the point where it was just like too pain, like it was just, because we didn't get any like looked at it again or anything like that, but we were like, just be cautious. If it's hurting, you know, dial it back a little bit. So that's exactly what I did. But on top of that, the wind.
Oh yeah, it looked like y'all was in the wind tunnel.
The wind, because I remember getting out. And then I said, you know what? I looked up. We just gonna go ahead and cross the finish. That was
the
it.
wind was crazy. The wind was crazy.
I couldn't see nothing. Nothing.
I'm crying. No, for real. So I love that. I love that you were smart about dialing back. And you know what to do. You know your body.
Yeah, so we just had to go back to practice and get used to, like, you know, sprinting back to back in those days, because obviously, you know, we have those 3 rounds coming up back to back. So, I think a lot of people just forgot that I had ACL surgery. So,
Because you running so fast.
Yeah, I mean, the knee moving, so we gonna let it move.
Period.
I don't know. People sometimes have a very straight sense of humor, but I thought that was so funny. Like the body language, the head movement when you're talking about running in the wind, and and everybody was complaining about. Remember, Sidney McLaughlin was complaining about the wind, and I just thought it was a very funny story. I don't know if you guys find it as funny, but I had to share it. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, okay, so Danielle Williams is, I wouldn't say arguably, Danielle Williams is the greatest 100-meter hurdler in Jamaica's history, female. There is no question. There is absolutely no doubt. Her accomplishments speak for themselves. This started, of course, in 2015 at the Beijing World Championships, when she did this. As a clear underdog in the women's 100-meter hurdles finals at the Beijing 2015 World Championships, she won in a new personal best of 12.57.
They're away first time. Who gets the best start? Rollins smashes that first barrier, and Tiffany Porter going well on the near side. But look at the Jamaican Danielle Williams coming through. Porter on the near side. Rollins is coming. I think Danielle Williams may well have taken that. Fair.
Danielle Williams repeated this feat again as the underdog. This was in 2023 at the Budapest World Championship. She beat a stacked field once again to take the win, running out of lane number 2. Williams' winning time was 12.43 ahead of Camacho Quinn and Kenny Harrison.
Harrison third from the right-hand side, but it's Devon Charlton who got the best start. Now she's clattered the hurdles, trying to come through. Williams running really well on the far side. Kenny Harrison trying to get in the mix. So too Camacho Quinn. It might be Williams on the far side. I've just got a feeling Williams has done it. And she has. That is incredible.
Now, just since this year, she started 2025 with a blaze, winning the overall competition at the inaugural Grand Slam track, becoming the first Jamaican Grand Slam track champion, coming second first of all in the women's 100-meter hurdles behind the American Tia Jones, and then in the 100 meters she took first place, surprising many. Again, underdog in both of those races.
Set.
Nugent gets out pretty quickly right over the far side. Cartwright started fast, so did Tia Jones as well. And Tia Jones just has the lead at the minute. Camacho Quinn is charging, and also Danielle Williams, but it's going to be Jones who gets it. That's it.
I was probably pretty surprised to see Williams accelerate past her in the middle of the race like that. High knees. She looks like a good 100-meter runner. She's got a good frame for it.
Listen to what she said after her Grand Slam track win.
I didn't want to run the 100, but
No, I just channel my mindset, just having some fun and try to beat everybody else. I know I'm pretty speedy. I have a lot of speed. I don't really run the flat events a lot, but I know I have a lot of speed, and it was just a fun run to come out here and just have fun.
$100,000 richer.
Hey.
Did you ever think about that happening at a track for you outside of the Diamond League at the end of 6 races?
To be honest, I really don't think about the money like that. I try to focus on the things that I can control, and that is my race. And so it's a cool concept, and it's good to know that, walk away with so much money. It definitely is a great plus to us, and we deserve it because we train as hard as any other, probably harder than every other sport, just for 12 seconds. And you can't really get it back. So I'm pleased with that.
It's a different season, 4 races over Grand Slam, and then you have the regular season, then you have trials, and then all the way in September. How do you adjust your season to ensure that you are there when you really matters?
Well, I'm only in this one Grand Slam so far. I don't really know the schedule after this. I know I have a couple Diamond League going up, but it's the same approach. We use every race as a development, trying to work on some things in training and see how it translates to the race, and then we'll go back and tweak where we need to tweak. It's the same thing going to every season.
How does it set you up for the rest of the season?
I mean, it's a good start. It's a good foundation. This is my first competition, my first race of the season. Don't usually start so early. We're coming off of a lot of months of training, so it's good to really see where that training has taken me and how much more further I need to go.
Then in the first Diamond League event for the 2025 season, and of course clearly her first Diamond League race for the 2025 season, she walks away with the win at the Xiaomen Diamond League, which took place in China a week ago. Danielle Williams won in a season's best of 12.53.
The noise in the stadium, it doesn't seem to have lost the first hurdles. Charlton gone, Grace Stark left out there all on her own. Grace Stark, the American, building momentum. Can she carry it through? She can't. What?
Now this of course is my 2 cents. Look people, I'm not saying that we don't really appreciate Danielle Williams, but the truth is when we talk about greats, Danielle Williams' name is not one of the names that pops up, and I've been bewildered by this for quite some time. When you go back and you watch all her World Championship wins, the commentators inevitably say underdog. No one thought she had a chance to win. And this is kind of odd. Look, gold medal in her event, the 100 meters hurdles, 2023, 2015, bronze medal in 2019. She has won more global medals than most. She's certainly in that top tier, top 5 in terms of women's hurdles. Now, she's not the fastest. She's not a Tobi Amusan. She's not a Masai Ross. She's not a Kira Nugent. But the consistency and generally when we think of longevity, when we think of recognition versus time, people tend to remember the recognition much more than they tend to remember the time. To a certain extent, she's almost like, for Jamaican hurdles, women's hurdles, she's like the Shelley Ann Fraser Price, 2015 to now, and she's still top tier, still dominant, still winning medals. That is incredible. 2015 until now, she may be one of the only, if not the only, from the 2015 Beijing games that is still around and still winning Diamond Leagues, still winning World Championships, Grand Slam track of late, just doing it and doing it very, very well. Now, one of the reasons why she's underrated, why she's not given the ratings I think she deserves as the greatest, certainly not one of the top 5 greatest 100-meter hurdler female all time, and certainly Jamaica's greatest and the Caribbean's greatest, even as compared to Jasmine Camacho Quinn, are 2 fundamental factors. One, her speed. Like I said previously, she's not the fastest And I think of late, we tend to overshadow speed, world records, etc. with actual accomplishments. We have actually had the same conversation regarding Flojo and Shelley and Fraser-Price. Who's the greatest? Same conversation. Secondarily, she has not won the coveted gold medal thus far in the Olympic Games. And there are some people who believe that unless you are able to achieve that goal, then you are not great, which I think is the most, I don't want to say idiotic, but certainly a questionable argument. Because I don't know. It's like me saying Shericka Jackson is the greatest 200-meter runner, no matter where you say she has to be. She has the 4 fastest times. She was unbeaten for 2 years, won world championships back to back. And the only reason she did not medal at the Paris Olympic Games is because she was horribly injured. And I don't know who you're going to blame for that. But I kind of think that's the same problem with Danielle Williams. I think those are the two things that overshadow her. But there's a third factor that I think we have to look at. That is, Danielle Williams is not a larger-than-life personality. She's just not. She's not everywhere. She's not like a Shelley and Fraser-Price. Shelley is a larger-than-life personality. I love that about her. Noah Lyles is larger than life, not like Shelley. They're two different types, but it's the same. They garner a lot of attention. Sha'Carri Richardson. The impression I get from Danielle Williams is that she's very demure. She's just very cool. She's very chill. And in today's world of Instagram and TikTok and stuff, people tend to gravitate to those kinds of personalities. So I think that those are the 3 primary reasons why she's not revered the way. I'm saying I know and love her, I know and respect her, but I see Danielle Williams at the same level as a Shelley and Fraser-Price for Jamaica in terms of women's 100-meter hurdles, and I'm sure most of you don't. And I think it's for those 3 reasons. Just think about what she's accomplished. And then the very underdog's whole story is also something that the fact that she went into 2 world championships as an underdog and was able to walk away with the win, it speaks to her mental fortitude. In other words, if you don't understand, the woman strong. She's a strong person. She's focused, determined. You heard what she said in the interview. She said, I'm not thinking about the money. I'm thinking about what I have control over. That is the sign of a champion. Now, I needed to understand that the way she started her 2025 season is, we have not seen her start a season like this in quite some time. She's running 12.53 a season's best, not a PB, apologies, in her first Diamond League. She's just in great form. And I think she can be a really dangerous factor for World Championship. She's always a factor. She's like Shelley and Fraser-Price. If she's healthy, she's dangerous. And I think all the other female hurdlers rate her. They know how dangerous she is. So, I don't know about you, but I do think she's underrated, and I think one of the reasons I'm doing this video is to say to you, it's time it stopped. She's the greatest female hurdler the Caribbean has produced. And if not, I should say the English-speaking Caribbean. She's certainly the greatest female hurdler Jamaica has produced. No one has accomplished the kind of things that she has accomplished. Now, are there Jamaicans who could in the future? Yeah, I think Akira Nugent. No one was going to say Akira Nugent. And who is Akira Nugent's biggest hero in terms of inspiration in terms of women's hurdles? It's Danielle Williams. Danielle Williams is the only top tier from 2015 Beijing who's still out there doing it. She's like Shelley and Fraser-Price people. It's like she can't done. She's incredible. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to support the channel. Check out our merch at pinfire.com. Take a look at, consider joining our channel membership. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. And we will be dropping our Grand Slam track roundup in a few. Your Royals, Kings and Queens. Bless up!